And welcome on in everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 6 of our Changeling campaign. In today's episode we are actually going to be recording these battles after update 5.0 has gone live for all of you. So all of the mods except for the Better Camera mod have been disabled at this point in time, just because they are not updated yet. Also, there is a known issue in update 5.0 where siege battles and some of the battle replays are not going to have proper sync. So if any of these battles do have that issue, I'll go ahead and let you know immediately, but the final siege battle we'll have in this episode here might have some issues. I just wanted you to be aware before we got there. I'll make sure in the comments we have a link to everything that update 5.0 is bringing. There should be a blog up by CA if there isn't already, detailing everything that 5.0 is bringing, but the main changes are going to be for Nurgle, Empire, and the Dawi, who have all received pretty hefty reworks to their faction, and are all insanely fun to play. If you haven't gotten in to try them out yet, go ahead and do so. It is awesome, especially the Dawi. I would say they are the best in terms of the rework. But for this battle here, we're just going to be bullying some ogres, so moving on in just to see what they've got access to, trying to find their Noblar trappers that we can see them and blast them apart with our Shrieking Sky Rays. This Noblars, having a very, very low armor, are actually going to get blasted into bits by the Sky Rays activated ability there, which is kind of as a non-armor piercing, more or less just sonic blast that wipes out unarmored units pretty well. Before they can call magic. Trappers are running on in. I love how much more focus these guys seem than the others. Furies are afoot, though, to catch any of the miscellaneous tools they'll be throwing. And then as soon as these normal bulls are past them and they're not going to be able to turn back around and engage, that's when we'll drop in the Furies to do their damage. Lord is strong enough to handle pretty much any of these Ogre Bull groups by himself, but the plan is just to blob them up and get the blue and pink horrors firing in. I love the smell of cooked ogre in the morning. And even if they make it into those blue horrors, they are going to have the worst day. Steam tanks actually have had themselves a bit of a rework. Let's see if it's actually applying here for ours. Looks like it's not. In fact, this one's probably going to be bugged since the top's open and everything. There has been a major rework of steam tanks, and we probably see this as the future, as the campaign progresses, just not in this battle here. And that was very fast. This flank is already shattered to bits. Sky Rays dancing around and vaporizing any of the smaller Noblars they can find. While our Furies actually took a fair bit of damage and are going to be biting the dust if they're not able to get away. Furies are flying chicken nuggets, really nothing more. You send them in for the enemy to snack on for a moment while everything else does the damage. That's the ogres. They probably fought for longer than you expected. But they're gone now, and we're going to round up those that are not fast enough to escape Warflame. And outright bullying the ogres is always a good time. It was funny, though, seeing these guys charge directly over after our Furies when they realized that the battle was lost. They're like, we will take down a unit no matter what. And not this time. We will be putting in a symbiotic cult. This has a trade resource, and I do believe the ogres are still able to trade, even though they are big lugs, so this will make some gold off all of their hard work. We'll go ahead and grab despoilers with Karn as well to gain even more gold every time we are setting up a new cult. Got no recruitment buildings here, and it'll be another 10 turns before we get another steam tank. Kinda want to make Karn have the Imperial armored battalion. Awesome. But we are still here in the same turn as last time, which means there's not a lot for us to actually do, so we'll skip on through. Make sure none of our heroes here need to be moved. Adalbert is still on his way down to Pigbarter. Slowly and surely. This is another provincial capital, though, so it'll be good to actually have an additional symbiotic cult. Beautiful stuff. Swing back over to the Changeling, whom also has an additional unit of pink horrors of Tzeentch. We could go for the Exalted Pinks, but since it's going to take so many turns, we'll just stick with the normal Happy Boys instead. Alright, the Witless Mortals call it magic. Here's the truth of the matter. This great energy is change itself given eldritch form, and Tzeentch decrees it to whom it is allocated. The winds of magic are thought to be just the shards of Tzeentch broken up and spread across. We've got a new cult here in Eschen, which is great. So I think here in Eschen and Tempelhof, we should go for the disguised trade. We're benefiting. 100 gold from one and a little bit more from the other. Single turn here with a changeling. Let's go ahead and have Evan the Orb Bringer come on out, and all you can do is damage buildings. Who steals technology? You can assault the garrison, which is actually a pretty good ability for you. Let's go for the last one into trading, though. Then from here we can maybe grab one of the Exalted Flamers when we have some time. As far as the rest of our buildings, let's upgrade Mercantile Illusions pretty much wherever we can. Middenheim is a capital, and eventually it'll start making some good money, so we'll put that in now.
By the comet.
We'll save everything else.
Raise Sigma.
As for our next technology, let's grab the Storm of Fire here, spin some of our built-up grimoires for 10 turns.
The means to my scheme.
And then we'll also grab our additional hero. I think we'll send them after the Changeling. So we can recruit it in Krudenwald or Hergig. Let's go for Hergig then.
The nation calls.
Oh, we go for a Sorcerer too. Volmir the Demon Tamer. We'll bring the Sorcerers down with the other Memorial followers. We got Hubis. The Hideous Visage. That's -8 control. Flaming attacks or Slaughterer's Strength. 12 additional bonus for his infantry? Yes, please. And you'll come join the Changeling.
Dance, puppets.
Dance.
To our tune.
Evil sounds more Slaneshi. Do Obsidian Lodestone. And a Tzeentchian Familiar, yeah, absolutely. Banner of Change we will apply to the Changeling. That Scroll of Leeching is fairly meh, all things considered. Let's combine these two up, because just dropping cooldowns is alright, but could be better. Armor of Fortune we will give to... Let's go Kevin, since he is a little bit lacking in terms of armor. So it gives him 5 armor, resistance, and ward save. We got 5% of ward save and 25 of the resist. Pretty good. Neither of you can steel tech. That means that's going to be what our sorcerer is capable of. Okay, so we'll remember that one. Rostro get moving towards Karlberg. And then we'll have Karn. Oh, we can't quite hit Migdal. And there is likely another force over here as well. Let's go into ambush. Grinstazit is kind of in the way, isn't it? Let's teleport up to this portion of it. And that way we can go after Migdal if we want. Smash through all the old Dwarven holds. Sweet. I'm gonna follow our Trickster Cultist down here as he makes his final approach on Pig Barter. Alright, the Bone Rattlers have failed in their war, which is just the way for them. We'll set up a symbiotic cult. Trickster cult established. Kurt Wiggins has fallen. And now we've got the Parliament of Lies, which is not all that useful, so I kind of want to demolish it. And then we'll put in the Enforcer's Abode to start spreading, hopefully start spreading Trickster cults to nearby regions. We'll also go ahead and grab the Agent's Hollow as well. Continue to drop that discoverability. Here at the Torturer's Shack, we'll go for an upgrade here as well. Try to get our cults spreading out nicely. And we'll try to do some more melee to spread our cults as well.
Pandemonium is my name.
House of von Rauken, you're next on the list.
After deception.
Now we're going to take attrition from Urson, aren't we? A bit annoying, but we'll deal. Let's give our hero the Banner of Change so he can bestow sweet, sweet gifts upon our enemies.
My cantrips and
81 fall.
have them cursed.
And we'll set up a symbiotic cult. We're just friendly. Still taking attrition, though, from the evocation of Urson. For the Orb Keeper, we'll go for that final point into Plague of Rust. Drops the cooldown by 50%, which is great. Rauken starts with a Shrouded Financier, which is awesome. I think we'll spend a turn
Exalted hero of
saving.
Obedience.
I love the change in the voice. He goes from sounding like one individual to another, like there's actually three melded together. Yes, it looks like it, but it also sounds like it, which is an excellent touch. Who is the other? I think this is a Tzeentch. Iridescent Horror here. Yes, so we'll have the other one be metal. Now we need to build up a Cult of Change. The Blue Scribes may have just slipped your grasp, but a show of force is not the only way to entice them to your side. They've been given an impossible task in recording every fragment of magic they can find, but the possibilities have multiplied in mortal hands. Perhaps the Cult of Change could offer these wandering wizards with assistance, and provide them with a place in the mortal realm capable of housing their surplus spells. Indeed, their job is basically to put Tzeentch back together. All of the spells of the world are actually his different shards. It's an impossible task as magic keeps multiplying, as it says there, but it's their given one. Yes, we're gonna have to recruit in our sorcerer up here in Hergig, and then have them travel on down. So let's go for Crom of the Diabolic Splendor.
Endless boiling change.
Endless Boiling Change. You can have a Scroll of Leeching and a gold sigil sword, good sir. Okay, so Scrag is now shown up in Grinstadt. That's not awesome. Grinstadt. We could then move in on Migdal.
For the great game.
Maybe be a better idea to sneak up towards Averheim. Looks like we're being chased around by armies, left and right here. So let's come on up into this portion.
Seeking intrigue.
We can build up a little bit more magics here.
Channel that changer's gift.
No problem. Alright, we'll spend another turn saving some gold. The change can hopefully make it up to Erengrad, which is here 4, so we should have a pretty fun battle, even if it's going to be short. Short and sweet. Alright, Saberskin Ogres have been wiped out. Morath von Dihil has been discovered, as well as Theodric. Mission aborted. Man is no more than beast. Looks like Franz has been wiped out by someone else, but Battlemasters is not that big a deal. Can we not reach because of Thorhall?
Almost not.
Why did you block me? You did it on purpose. Thorhall, for vexing me, you must fall.
Slaughter the sheep.
You someone's vassal? Is that why I can't talk to you? He get crushed? Let's find out. Because it wouldn't let me discuss anything with him directly. Oh, really? We may not have gone further enough north to meet them. So,
It was I who left Slanesh's precious
we just fight then.
apples of knowledge to rot in.
Worldwalkers are strength rank 20. I care not.
I will
You're in
not.
my way. Oh, there's Wolfric. He's also besieging Erengrad. Well, we are going to move in and fight this one on the battlefield. and then prepare for a secondary battle with the Wanderer himself. This should be fun. That's a whole lot of Norskins. Be a shame if they got to meet any Warp Flame. We've got plenty. Our setup is as follows. We got the Changeling up front with his spawn and the Raiders of Change. Everyone else moving on in through the woods there to try to lure in those Skin Wolves and blast away. I think Skin Wolves mostly have Striders, so me trying to hide in the woods isn't as useful as it could be, but it's still going to be blocking any of the extra missiles the Marauder Horsemen might be throwing a little bit less accurately than they should be. Pink shot hits the trees. That makes me wish we could catch some of the foliage on fire still. But the Changebringers are going to be moving in and dealing with any of the missile units first. As soon as they're gone, there's not much the enemy's going to be able to do to us. A single kind of half volley down on the Skin Wolves drops them by about 1/5 of their health. No models fall, so we're definitely going to need to follow that up again if we actually want to deal with any of them. Two Changebringers is so awesome to see. The second volley pretty much scares them off. No models have fallen yet. But they are down to about half health. Regeneration is going to be cut fully in half. Exalted Hero fighting himself. Enemy on a chariot. Chariots are really, really weak at duels. So if you can, just drop one of your own hero killers in. Even one that may not have as good of stats, they will usually come out on top. So this Marauder Chieftain is in a lot of trouble. This entire army's in a lot of trouble. Changebringers stopping them from moving across the lake. I guess they're going to try to flee. Many being drowned into giggling goop in the process. Such a strong unit. That's about 1/3 of their health gone in a single blast. Completely useless against Golden Hounds there. Betting we're seeing a little bit of funkiness, because I know I didn't cast this in the middle of the field. Any kind of desyncs I will apologize for, but this battle's still looking pretty great. These poor horsemen got evaporated with a single blast. Iridescent Horror Kevin bringing in his goons from the ground. While our Forsaken keep chasing around these guys. Axes are actually going to hurt the Forsaken quite a bit, but before they take the damage to anyone else. The Horror is going to surprising him out on the Chieftain, and some of our enemies here have received the bad touch and have turned into Chaos Spawn. It is a bad time. The rest of our guys just kind of slowly moving on up. We can use this lake here as the ultimate choke point. Get his Golden Hounds and a blast for flame. It is a bad day to be a Norscan. And let me know, have you actually run into the Changeling on any of your campaigns? And if so, have these Changebringers been that big of an issue for you to deal with? I still have not run into a single army of the Changelings in all of my campaigns. Even in testing with Elspeth and Malachi, still haven't run into the Changeling even once. We found a few of his cult buildings. This huge blob here is such a bad idea for enemies. You really don't like our Exalted Champion or our Spawn, and it's going to be their doom. As now the Pink Flame is going to start adding its hurt to the mix. It's got a little bit more of a black pepper aftertaste when it hits you. This one's more of an electric blue cherry. A little bit more peppery, even though it doesn't seem like it would be. Don't ask us how we know. Sour Gut's moving on up. Well, even if they are able to slay a Sour Gut, that is a bundle of C4 going off in their face. And like that, the Norskins completely outmatched. The steam tank was just sitting across the lake the entire time, launching off its pain train rounds. So glorious. And in the ensuing fight, only one of our own was slain, which is so much better than the auto-resolve would have done, especially against this many berserkers. Well done, lads. We will take the replenishment. It's not very much at all, is it? We will take the loci.
Today I choose death.
Today I choose death. And now we move in to fight Wulfric, which is something he probably wasn't expecting.
The
I move right past Kislev to go after Wulfric? Let me do it. Come on, Wanderer. Alright, so before I do, though, pass out skills, and I'm going to switch off of Egil Halbrass back over to Kairos for his flying supremacy. Over here in the Empire, any lord that has wings is pretty terrifying. So let's go final point into Myriad Servants here, which is so large it goes off the page. And then we'll start moving down the blue line as soon as we get some of the elite skills. For Asavar, we'll grab Foe Seeker to refill a little bit of his vigor. And then we'll go for Blade Shield first. Weapon Strength is more of a win more kind of thing. But if we can make sure he is defending himself better, that's going to be great. Let's go deal with Wulfric. And then immediately turn and... No, don't run, you coward. Alright, fine. Kislev. You might have thought we were buddies. In fact, no, we could be buddies with Azazel, though. See if we can find Slaanesh in here somewhere. Oh, there they are. Hello, Ecstatic Legions. We can already get a defensive alliance.
Greatness awaits.
What if I also go ahead and declare war on the Great Orthodoxy with you? Give me your gold.
Reparations will be swift.
Now we can get some Slaaneshi troops. I'm excited. No room for an outpost yet, though, so we'll have to help him claim some new land. We've got the form of Azazel. Hang on now. Do we claim Erengrad as Azazel? I think so. So no armor on Azazel, lots of speed, lots of melee attack, and decent defense, so he's a very good duelist. It's been a while since we played Azazel. It was such a fun campaign, too. I'm gonna have to swing around to one of the Warriors of Chaos pretty soon. We've got Temptator, Lash of Slaanesh, and all the normal Slaaneshi spells there. And he can fly. Alright, Erengrad. Because before we do this, what if we have even more Chaos factions we can join up with? Almost the Legion of Asgore. If we offer to declare war on Rictus and Calidor, we wouldn't get access to Cinder Breath, so it would just be angry little stunties. We'll come back to that. Let's fix our map. Zoom it on in. See if we can't bring our hero up to help. Come on, Grooks. Since you can't, let's go and assault Wulfric so he has less troops. Beautiful. What an awesome looking... I've never seen this unit card. That looks awesome. Horrors charging across the field. So how much damage did you do? I guess not bad. Not great either. It's more than 0.
The deceiving horror.
We've got no regiments of renown available at the moment, but since Kislev already has a gift of Slaanesh, we don't count as a Slaaneshi faction even with Azazel leading the charge. Close victory, medium casualties. Let's go ahead and throw down with the Orthodoxy. Let's give this to the Changeling, since he's going to be Azazel and up in Kistelton's face. Kistelton looks like he's possibly on a bear. Kind of hard to tell. 1800 doesn't sound like a bear. We'll find out. No need to build up any siege equipment. Let's just take to the field. Kistelton versus Azazel. And now for the battle I was most looking forward to and most dreading at the same time. So sieges are having a little bit of issues here with 5.0, so we will see together if this one is going to be acting as intended or if we're going to see any weirdness. The Changeling disappears and is now Azazel. Purple People Eater flying through the sky. Get him for himself a snack. Kislev packing a whole bunch of missile troops does make our approach a wee bit more dangerous, but we've got our Centaurs and the Weird Spawn and the big boys moving around to get through these gates, while the Changebreakers go over the top and harass any of the missile troops that they can find. These little pop in, pop out flags are having a hard time blowing in the wind, aren't they? These are some frozen flags. All the same, Kislev and his lads are going to set up in the very back. Here's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him. Our hidden units are now revealed. Oh yes, indeed. Since all of our guys have stock, that's probably why they were hiding back in the back. They had no clue where the troops were. Azazel crashes on in, allowing the warp flame to poke those that are running to deal with him. Slash Slanesh. Teach the boys some manners. Our cockatrice needs to get down in here into the fight, otherwise he's going to continue to get blasted apart by pistol shot, which is fun for absolutely no one. Although a double Changebringer blast does see these Kossars activate their By Our Blood ability already. One of the dangerous things about fighting Kislev is they are much like a demon faction, but more in human form. So once you break their leadership for the first time, the By Our Blood pops for 30 seconds, making them unbreakable. And then after that, they are going to act like a normal human faction or any other faction that has their leadership. So you won't have to deal with the By Our Blood popping multiple times. So that might be an interesting idea for maybe Boris' faction for a special trait. Cockatrice and Azazel are handling those poor fools. Okay, Igor the Boyar charging on into our Forsaken. When Axe is ready. I think he and his dervishes are going to have a really bad day, but he's probably going to take down a few of our warp boys. Barrier still holding strong for now. Zangor's also bringing in their axes to get a few questions in. Yeah, the Forsaken going round, they can easily handle a group of Kossars with spears. That's why they're running away. Blue warped metal monsters are running towards you at murderous speeds. Run, Kislevites, run! Ooh, too slow. They try to get those spears to work immediately, don't they? Impressive. Meanwhile, the Changebringers torching units, but they're getting shot up by the enemy archers. They're going to want to get moving, so that's one of the things that you'll notice. They're quite squishy, your Changebringers. As long as you keep them moving and keep their fire working, there's not much anyone's going to be able to do to them. The weird spawner struggling to get through this very slipshod, hastily thrown together gate. Person is blessing it in some way or form. Blue gate opens up, sending blue horrors spilling forth to harass these dervishes and the Boyar. He's actually doing a fair bit of work against our Forsaken here. Them being exhausted is having them fortunate effect there. And as you can see here, our Changebringers actually charged down into melee, and they're going to, looks like, go the way of the dodo. Which absolutely did not happen. So a bit of a desync there. Azazel up top throwing hands with the enemy general, good old Stalton. Metal spells dropping on down, ripping asunder these dervishes that were still fighting. Those Changebringers fighting in melee is not what you want to do. If you do send them into melee, you want to make sure they are smashing into the rear of a unit that's already fighting. Looks like Azazel's also going to go away. Now, fighting the Stalton is never an easy time. Smallest amount of health. Here come the Changebringers. Them versus armored Kossars is not a fight you ever want to take. Well, especially with these spearmen firing in on the backs. The rest of our forces taking a defensive zone up on the also propped up walls. And we're dealing with these towers though, right? Our Lord falls, which didn't happen. Our Changebringers also are about to fall. All of them actually, which is... Man, this is an unfortunate amount of desync here. You'll see in a moment how proper this battle went for us. So for the next few episodes with the Changeling, before this gets fixed, because you'll realize this, I just wanted to show this off just so you can see exactly how egregious it was. Before this gets fixed, we're going to be playing the Changeling campaign like a normal one. And as soon as things are back and up and running how they're supposed to be, we'll have this being our cinematic campaign once more. But it gives the Great Orthodoxy a Pyrrhic victory, which I'm not sure what's going on here, but this definitely didn't happen. We beat the brakes off of them. So, Broken it is. Stelton thought he could hold the line against Azazel. Nay, nay. Sliced right in half. He did manage to take down 9 of our Forsaken in the process, though. We've got ourselves also an Earthing Rod from the fighting, which is not so bad. Go ahead and claim that, and we'll come on in and set up a symbiotic trickster cult here in Erengrad. Because a very potent port. Oh, they brought their bear to the funeral. Igor has fallen. We've got ourselves a brand new Tzeentchian Zealot. What do you know? Form of Kistalton. Now the Changeling has flaming attacks. This Kislevite's patriarch, the Kislevite patriarch's obsession with dogma and control proved to be his undoing in battle, where he was soundly subjugated by his opponent. Oh, the irony. Now we've got the Knights of Immolation, some Doom Knights. They scourge the earth, proving to all there's no fighting the fates. Or fighting the fires of fate. Yes, indeed, the fates of fire. Now that we have infiltrated Norsca and Kislev, we can see the entirety of all of the provinces, which seems... That's definitely fair, isn't it? So Wolfric is going to hide somewhere below Erengrad, or he might choose to move in and attack here next turn, since we just decimated the previous inhabitants. We will go ahead then and grab the Seer of Destiny passive.
Whisperer of unwelcome
Which,
truth.
for you had not seen it just yet, is going to give us extra melee defense and a leadership for all allies in range as long as we are out of melee. So if we're flying around as Kairos or even Azazel, or anyone at all, and we're not in melee, our allies will fight a little bit better, or more defensively. For Kevin, we've got Plague of Rust all maxed out. Let's go ahead and snag Guinness Golden Hounds for more like damage.
This win is mine.
Mochi trying to snuggle up. What are you doing? Sit down, small cat. Ouch, and less claws. Ouch.
And many souls for the master.
Many stabs. Let's hope that, actually, if Wolfric does claim Erengrad, we won't be taking attrition anymore, so we need that to happen.
Is my
So from here, should be a very quick jaunt on over to Kislev, and then up to Prague. So we'll go ahead and grab the Knights of Immolation. I'm going to kick these Screamers and Tzeentch out right away. They're just not useful at the moment. I'm betting if we have the Charmed ability, they Charmed melee attacks. If we come on into our research, they'll be a little bit more useful. But until then, I'm going to continue to not use them. Doom Knights instead.
bringing bedlam.
Beautiful. And that set us up with a tier 2 Mercantile Illusion. Let's just go ahead and upgrade this immediately, because Erengrad is going to be one of the settlements that makes us a ton of money in the long run here. Wolfenburg is still not recovered, so let's come on over to Darkland and see if we can make it even more gold here. Or even just more heroes sounds like a good idea. So we'll upgrade that cult building. Come on up to Uskulak. So here we're also using the Parliament of Lies. Let's instead... Well, I take it back. This is actually buffing up our relations with the Chaos Dwarves, which could be quite useful. I want a Dreadquake Mortar or two. Got a Pig Barter. We've got one more turn before the Enforcer's Abode goes in. And since this one is being held by Chaos Dwarves as well, let's grab another Court of Whispers. That way we can continue to hopefully get a few Chaos Dwarf allies. If you get one of them under your belt, you could usually get them all, but we'll see how if we have to, or we will have to come on back over and try to probably protect them from the rats in the area.
Tremble, mortal.
Kind of weird. You want your enemies to build up so you can then siphon gold from them. Anything else we can do? Let's check our soldiery here with Karn. Scrag is kind of chasing him around. We could use teleport stance to take down a Ratgag and move right by.
It will be done.
So if we move around, take down Ragag, Scrag will come with and fight though.
Tzeentch looks on me. I feel it.
Wow, that would be too tough for us.
Such glory.
We'll be smart, move past them. I don't mind keep channeling if we can. They don't tend to go into the sides of the map, although they're definitely looking for us. Something is very strange going on here. We'll come on back to this portion of Grinstasit. So I'm going to continue to pronounce this one improperly. Try to hit Migdal. And we can teleport through and try to start fighting some more Dawi. You think we want an additional Lord. So let's go for a Herald of Tzeentch. We will grab a Lore of Tzeentch, since I prefer to have them leading the squads. Diomedes the Strong. And you'll just stay here. Where you can build up a force of Zangors. So 2 Zangors, and then from there we'll go Horrors. 2 Zangors, 2 Forsaken. 8 Snurgle, we'll go Inspiring Presence, Route Marcher, and then we'll come on down to Winds of Magic Changing. Seems like a good one. Or just more Corruption. Spoilers help out with sacking, only by 10%. Let's go Arch Manipulator. Make sure our Herald always has some winds to manipulate. Go Shield of Tolos, Tzeentchian Familiar. And then I don't even mind giving you a Tzeentchian Zealot.
I get stronger.
You do indeed. We don't have any kind of issues trespassing, and Gorth likes us quite a bit, so no one should bother our Herald there. Hopefully. As far as Disciples of the Shut go, not aggression pact. Just start getting some deals so we can actually start building our reliability back towards a normal. You've got no choice, you've already sent me the gold. Woe be you. Alright, so we'll just allow those relationships to fester a bit. Zifbar taking back some land is perfect for me too, because we do need to fight Dawi to try to get that horde save. So while we're here, let's grab some gold. Sky's trade. Don't really need the occult conspiracy, so anything that's going to increase our money-making capabilities, what I'm going for.
By the comet.
By the comet. Bird Box, or just another Agent's Hollow. Middenheim would not be a bad place to set up an additional occult spreading building there. Alright, so all I believe we can get up to for this turn. I think changing the ways to follow the Changeling would be a good idea. Keep our magic and ammunition at maximum. We'll keep moving. So Ragag did manage to discover Karn. This is concerning. We are gonna auto-resolve this one because it's just bulls. Don't be like this auto-resolve. There we go, only losing 7. Turning into a robot for a moment. We will also then take the replenishment.
You choose to conspire with the deceivers.
It's a bad idea. He wants a non-aggression pact. Currently throwing down with Wintertooth. I think we can, as long as you've got gold for me. In that case, no. Right, Wargrove of Woe is no more. Was it the Ice Court that wiped him out? Interesting. We're gonna have some strange dynamics here for these campaigns, I guarantee. Or for this one here, at least. Because the Northern Provinces and Goldtooth are gone? Oh, wow. And Northern Provinces, Goldtooth, and the Orthodoxy. That's intense. Wolfric's so lucky we already have Aarongrad here. So what we will do is move as quickly as we can. Any more RORs I can snag? The answer is no. We'll switch off of Azazel, going over to Kastalton as well. Oh, it's a Kastalton on foot, isn't it? We could heal, though, which would be very interesting. Yeah, because Dalton on foot is not someone I'm going to use unless we are sieging, so we'll stay on Azazel for now.
Falling through the ice. That's a good one.
So let's go this direction. You're still in Erengrad, but the swamps are going to cause us attrition. We'll just not go all the way into the swamps, and we'll teleport through or just
All this
sprint,
will
whichever we
be
need to.
chaos one day.
Sneaky changeling. I think Wolfenburg or Rauken are making us that much gold at the moment, and now Erengrad is also not going to be making us much. Let's go ahead and put in... just the good old Court of Whispers here. Now let's do an Agent Hollow. Diomedes, we want you to come on down and start bothering the rats. It's going to be a scary proposition, but I think you can handle it.
Find my disc.
Need to make sure we're staying in Zarnagrund.
Weaver of infinity.
Let's go a little ways off of their trail. That way no one else kind of runs into us on purpose. Or otherwise. We'll need to recruit more here next turn, because I'd like to retain this as our front line, everything else be missile.
Master.
Or big and chunky. We'll also get a new hero pretty soon, which will join up Diomedes right away. So now that we've got three theaters up and running, obtaining Astrogoth by allying with his faction we're about to do, corruption in Zarnagrund, deal with a lord belonging to Grimgor. Only one, really. Not Grimgor himself. Here's the Ogre Kingdom's one. Mercenary Subjugation. 25% more income from sacking. And some Tzeentch corrupted or Tzeentch touched ogres would be awesome. And then the Chamber of Agony down here, and defeating a lord belonging to the Knights of Caledor. I think that we can all do.
Marvelous. Magical.
Maybe we have one or two Marauders of Tzeentch with spears to be fully fodder units. Try to combine chaff and fodder. Create a whole new word. That's what we're here for.
Is calling us.
Karn, you shall then move in
Schema calls on us.
and hit Migdal.
We charge.
Give us a decisive win.
Your soul is
Oh, wow.
mine.
Crunched them. Only really lost our flyers. We will take then the symbiotic cult.
To fate's precipice.
Hopefully get far enough away that we won't get spotted this time. And we'll see, won't we? Scheme executed. Infiltrate any settlement in Bretonnia and Athel Loren. Oh, cool. So now we have visibility on all of Bretonnia and Athel Loren. Rom actually has destroyed most of Bretonnia. Good grief. People are slipping. So hard now the Greenskins own all your castles.
Unworkable.
Let's go Mercantile Illusion here in Altdorf. We need 10,000 for the Iridescent Conflagration. It'll give us Burning Chariots and the Mutilith. We need to do this ASAP. Before going for that, let's see if we can upgrade down here in Pig Barter, which will give us those golden leeches. Lead up to the Torturer's Shack. We are getting there. Little by little. Okay, sweet. That's about all we are going to do for this turn then. Rom and Rosro should be moving on down to join up with their new general. Let's have them steal some technology along the way, so Crom, you yoink some from Wordbad for me.
I bring ruinous magic.
Excellent job. And then the other
For the weaver.
heroes should just be moving on their own. So final point into the spoilers, and then do corruption as well.
A plan brews.
We're working on Crom's spellbook there.
exalted hero of Tzeentch.
Really just want you to come up and join the Changeling, my friend. More training and replenishment. This is a terrifying army. And it's not even nearly maxed out.
Why the others hate my tricks so. I only seek to reduce their guile. Greetings, most noble and wise.
Well, hello, Azazel. Join his war with Wintertooth. That puts us in a little bit of a weird spot, but do you have more money for us? Well, I bet you do. Oh, if he does, it's not much. What about 450?
Good. Good.
Fantastic. Glad you're happy. Karak Ziflin is gone, so that's even less dwarves for us to fight. Now we need to forge a defensive alliance with Sylvania, the illusion of choice. The Architect of Fates has long known which ally he would choose to help bring about his great design. And we also need 30 more units. I'm sure we've built up a pretty good alliance.
Vlad von Karstein, welcome thee.
Stealing from them was a bad idea. That's alright, we'll build up to an allegiance with them in due time. We apparently just need to stop brawling with the ogres. So, in order to do that, I think we need to turn around and start bullying the Empire a bit more. We just have a few more land battles to win here. Just 3 more. If we can win against the Dawi, that would be great, but these armies are pretty hefty looking. You get up and bully Zufbar. It is only tier 2. That is a lot of crossbows, though. Well, let's start moving up towards Steinyard. Can we just walk in and hit it? There's no, so we'll teleport up beyond the river here. Rostra should be able to join. Or almost. We may have made it harder on him. You come on in and steal from them. Well, stealing technology from them is going to make becoming allies quite difficult, isn't it?
Progress is foreseen.
You should probably not, then.
Not likely.
Kinda difficult to figure out where we should go for our upgrades next. Wolfenburg still hasn't recovered from our attack. In the meantime, though, we'll just get moving. We will definitely ambush dance our way through. And then we can strike Prague.
It was I who left
Prague down to Kislev, back up to the Trickster Rift, or do we go straight after Kislev? Probably the second. So Blade Master on Grooks. The 3-headed tree. Diomedes, you need some fire chuckers. So let's give you a couple blues. I think 3 blues for a front line is good, and then we can go some pinks as well. But change bringers. Oh, but change bringers. All you need is 1. Excellent stuff. So let's see if we get any more alliances going.
Twist, bend, mangle,
Clan Molder might be willing.
Assist me now, or we'll take things.
Oh no, I wanted to. Well, that's not great. I wanted to try to get a defensive alliance as well. Non-aggression pact is not what I wanted. Now the disciples of Ashut are thinking about it. We just need to fight with Karakadrin. We also need to build up our reliability a bit. They are still Dawi. Honor does matter, if only in a weird, twisted sense.
I know not why the others hate my tricks so. I only seek to reduce them. Riddle me this. Who talks sense to a demon?
Riddle me this. Definitely not Datsu. 4 goatmen. Not on my watch. Trickster cult established in the Falls of Doom. Don't mind if I do. How much gold can we siphon from your settlement? Not much at all. I see. Strapped for cash, you must be. Strapped for cash and angry. When can we use this again? 2 more turns. It'll help us build up the Tzeentch corruption here in Zarnagrund. Right now, it's not building up at all. Exactly. Down here at the Falls of Doom, then, what can we build in that'll help out with Tzeentch corruption? Underground Temple only gives us 2. Tzeentch corruption 1, Tzeentch corruption 4. Alright, Limbbreaker's Lair sounds great. And then we can do the Mercantile Illusion as well. Can I cancel that out? We're going to be waiting a single turn here. Either way, Centaurs sound great. For a little bit of a speedy unit. Kind of expensive, though. So maybe we'll just do some normal Marauder Horsemen in the meantime. Up to 1 coin.
Always scheming.
So now we teleport into Kislev itself.
This is a mortal limitation.
And get ready to strike. They shouldn't be ready for this at all. It'll have pretty good defenses, but we should be able to crack through. In fact, doing so as Tyros. He's got all the Tzeentch fiery spells to help us burn down that poor unfortunate ice bear. Karn, you need better troops, but we'll get there. Can't quite reach Valmir here in Steingart. Not at war with the Golden Order yet.
No obstacle hinder us.
We will teleport to about here so we can threaten either one. Oh, good old Ubel. That's going to be a scary fight. We'll have Rostro join on up. And in a couple turns, we'll have the ability for another steam tank here. Plan is we're going to get rid of most of these blue horrors and just replace them with Chaos Warriors. Behind them will be their line of pink horrors of Tzeentch. Non-aggression with Rictus would put us at odds with Asgore and probably all of the other Chaos Dwarves in the area, so we're definitely not going to. Let's swing on over to Karam. Have him joined up with Karn. Then back to the Changeling. And we sure hope.
Talking to me. You are brave, which is to say a fool.
Extremely. He wants a peace treaty. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and build up good relations with Wulfric and gain his form the old-fashioned way. Through being kind. I don't really want to fight too much up here in Norsca. We do need to move up and dedicate the monolith to Tzeentch. What is this one going to be? We can break peace treaties anytime. No peace treaty this time. 500 is not enough. I thought he wanted 500 for a non-aggression pact. Not for peace. Richard Colton Zufbar.
Chaos.
And looks like Igorov is moving back to Kislev to defend. It won't be enough, you poor fool. We've taken a little bit of attrition. Let's move in and crump Kislev. Akshina are a little bit scary. A valiant defeat. This should be a battle of the ages. They also apparently are going to be rolling in with the Mordheim Beowulfs. Beowulfs, yeah. Continue the siege. Set up the rest of our turn. Then we will have ourselves a battle here in the next episode. So Diomedes, you're going to continue to build up some pink horrors. Let's not go for the extra expensive variant just yet. We'll just go for the normies. Love to be able to recruit in some more. Such is not the way. Down here with our other Lord Karn.
The nation calls.
I would love to take this battle.
The Empire.
This is just a bunch of archers. We can easily go for it as well. So let's ignore metal shifting and just go for the maximum efficiency spells. We'll have 2 battles to start off our next episode. One, because this will be a land battle. We'll hit Volmir, take down Steingart, both of them, and then set up a cult. And we will also do our best to fell Kislev and not get dropped ourselves. Fantastic.
After deception.
Well, that is going to be all the time I've got for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by today's Changeling campaign. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like for Light God and a sub for the Sub Throne. See you all in the next one.